Hi, it's me, Lotte Forde. I am going to do a flip through of my very latest colouring book. It's also my very first YouTube video, so you have to probably be a little bit patient. Actually, I just hope you enjoy. So this is my 5th colouring book. My colouring books are always, the covers are always one colour with just black and white drawings to kind of leave as much of it white so that you can fill it with your own colours. The first page is This Belongs To, and I have I always try to make the Belong To page reflect a little bit what the content of the book is about. So in this book you will find horses, riders, dragons, and well, all sorts of different castles. The first page is a welcome page, and on the reverse side you will have a link to my website. I really like QR codes because you don't have to type anything in, but obviously you can if you want to just type in lotteforde.com into your browser and you get to the same place. But as I said, convenience, QR codes. The first page is mini castles. I kind of like the idea of providing you with a way of sort of testing out your castle ideas in regards to colours. Sometimes you don't want to do a big complicated spread, so you can just do sections, and yeah, so that was the idea of mini castles. I used to have coloured palette test pages in my book, and ultimately they were a little bit confusing. A lot of people were saying, why are there so many coloured palette test pages? And the reason why I had them is because I wanted to give people an opportunity just to do small sections, not big pages, because, well, as you will see, my books are full of very detailed drawings, and so I wanted to give people a break from that by having these color palette test pages. But because they cause so much confusion, I mean, obviously they're testing for you. They can be for you to test the pages, the paper, your pencils, your pens, anything you want. Or you can just test yourself, and that's why I use them. I put the drawings onto the color palette test pages. Anyway, so I've done away with them, and now I just do the minis, which is, in this case, mini castles. The first page is actually sort of, I suppose, a page between books, as in my last book is Color the Oceans, and this is kind of still a bit of an ocean theme in the main part of the drawing, but I've put it into a snow globe, as in a globe, yeah, a sea castle globe. And it's sort of a holiday feel to it. I drew this page last summer, and yeah, you can tell I was in holiday and dive mode and catching things. And so I like to add details. I like to make, I don't really, I mean, there's a lot of mice in this one. They're cats, but as you can see, nothing is kind of up to scale. Everybody can be whatever size they want in my books. The next page is Dragon Visitor. Dragon Visitor is, yeah, exactly that. And there's an elf, this pointy ears elf. There's a cat guardian down here, and in the distance you will have your typical Irish cottage. And I like doing these Celtic knots, so you will find them in, actually I just realized they're in the first page already, so I do them, I like them, they're kind of part of where I live. The next page is Castle Islands. Castle Islands is it's castle, it's an island and a castle. The next page is Flower Castles. That is an idea that I have loved I always think flowers themselves are just such beautiful things, and I can just always imagine that they would make great places to live, the top, like so. As I said, size doesn't matter in my books. And I have a duck who's having a shower from the drain pipe in this one. There's a cat. Then simple, kind of peaceful. It's a slightly less complicated drawing, I suppose. The next one is Castle Gates. Castle Gates has a very big dragon theme, as in there's a dragon here, there's a dragon on the flag bearer. On the flag bearer is a rabbit, long ears. There's a mouse down here with its own little gate. And the next castle is Forest Island Castle. Yeah, I really just like the idea of having a big island with a big castle, and I just wanted to do lots of trees on this one. And I love this one. This is a castle that is sort of an idea of a castle with fog, and I have a book called Colour the Sky, and there's lots of clouds in it, and obviously in this one the castle is not in the clouds, but it is in that the clouds come down to the castle. And yeah, I wanted to add some people to it, so I got these two guys down here, and there's a cat, there's a bird, and tree castle. So tree castle is, I just love trees. I love drawing trees. I can draw trees all the time. I think one of my very, very, very first drawings was a tree house, as in my first colouring book drawing. I can't even remember which book it ended up in. And this is sort of buildings in a tree, and I really also like that. But I also like the idea of having a tree house and that the ladder in and all that. So yeah. And this is the princess' chambers. She's asleep there. And there are lots of people sleeping in this one. Well, actually it's only the other mouse now if I come to think of it. And then there's details. There's another princess over here, and then I have dragon babies hatching. There's another egg there. These two are up to mischief. And the next page is Mushroom Fort, and Mushroom Fort I have, just mushrooms. I like mushrooms. Again, I really like playing with sizes. For me, that's a big thing. You will see that in all my books, really. A dragon and a boy. Another boy up there and a cat. There's an armchair and a kitchen mushroom. It's a kingdom of mushrooms. This is a gatekeeper. Well, he's actually sort of blocking the gate, but he keeps the gate closed. I'm getting a delivery, and Princess is on a ladder getting her parcels. The Castle Forge. The Castle Forge is just, I wanted to have a scene inside a castle, and I actually drew the forge first and added the background. But it had to be inside it. I always wanted it like that, but it's, I don't know, sometimes the restrictions of the page are sort of, I'd like to fill as much of the page as possible. I don't like too many blank spaces. Mostly because I don't like colouring backgrounds that much. Right, and this one is the Halloween Castle. And the Halloween Castle is these three guys that feature in a few of my drawings, because I don't know, I just like these suits. If you know any of my other work, then you will have come across this type of a character with like a child or person. It doesn't have to be a child, but a small person in a sort of a tiger suit or a monster suit. That's very common for me to do. And there's a nearly obligatory mouse. There's a Batman upside down. It's kind of a bat, a mouse. Well, there's a story to this. The German word for bat is Fledermaus, and Fledermaus means, well, something mouse. And So yeah, so Batman, Fleda Mouse. That's why that is a mouse and hanging. And in this drawing, I thought I'd love to build a castle out of trees, so I did. It's not that easy, sort of to come up with a convincing bending of tree branches to create a convincing house impression. But I did manage it in the end. Just put this river around it. And and I do, the very beginning I didn't put many characters into my books. Actually, I think Colour the Sky doesn't have a yeah, it does at the very, very end. There's 2 people in it. But generally speaking, there were no people in my drawings. And then even in the second book, I don't think there were. And then in the third book, I decided, okay, I need to have people in the books. And I did add people. Dream Castles is, again, a smaller drawing. It can be done in sections, or you can do it as one. Again, more like the mini castles at the beginning. It's a page with slightly less on it, to give people maybe an opportunity to do drawings in sections. So you can do your little dream scenes whenever you want. You can create it all into one by adding a big background into it, or you can just leave it like it is. Which actually makes me think this is an ideal page for me to start colouring, because I do believe it would be nice to have the odd colouring video. This is one of my kind of typical drawings. I like drawings with lots of details that are sort of a bit like the Borrowers or something like that, you know, where you kind of look into the inside world, small world. I mean, this is obviously a big castle, so it's not, there's nothing mini about it, but I just like the idea of cutting something open and having a look inside. Yeah, okay, maybe that wasn't said properly. And the next page is the Dragon Rider. I really had a lot of fun drawing dragons in this book, and I sort of had, I had different dragons, and I just needed to get them into the book because I love drawing dragons. Maybe I'll do a dragon book one of these days. Yeah, you can put that into your comments if you want to. If you want a dragon book, let me know. I shall start working on that. Not immediately, but soon. Ish. And the Pirate Castle, again, this is sort of a looking from the safety of your own book. You look out the port window and you see that castle. I didn't put skulls into these flags because I just sort of, I think people have to, not all pirates, I don't know. I'm just saying this is an island and it's sort of for pirates, but you can put your own skulls in. Yep, just sort of paraphernalia on a boat. So, and the next drawing is again sort of Celtic knots, and then my characters, I mean, I do get, this is a sort of a Puss in Boots type of person, just, or a cat with attitude. And again, this drawing is an inside castle shot. I just like castles. I like this medieval thing, and I mean all the sort of tapestries and the spears and shields and swords and horses, and again little cottage in the background where the normal people live. And another island. For me, the idea of having it, I mean, that is actually very common. We have, I live in Ireland, and we have a castle just down the road from where I live, and it's built on the River Boyne, and it's amazing. It's an amazing place to visit. It looks nothing like this, but yeah, and obviously there would be bridges into the castle over the river, and shipping. And the next one is a cottage. I just really wanted to do sort of a castle in the distance. And yeah, in the foreground in this case is the picture. Here's my knightess. She comes from the fort and she visits the Puss in Boots. There's some frogs. And lots of other things like the little mouse. So once you colour, you find these little things that I kind of hope to... It's not hidden. I'm sort of trying to put a few little funny things into the drawings so that you have some fun while you're colouring. And this is the last page of the pages. This is actually the cover, sort of the cover. Yeah, it's the cover. It's the same drawing, but I just wanted to have a drawing full of things for you to explore and to find. I'd get so much fun out of drawing these drawings. I remember when I was drawing them, I had a dragon here flying here in the beginning, but then you wouldn't have seen them on the cover, and I kind of thought, no, you can't have a dragon there. Also, he looked a bit menacing, so I didn't want menacing. So I put him here, and I put these tapestries there, and these mice were messing around. They're kind of lifting them up. This is my unicorn page. That's it. Yeah. Second set of drawings. There's actually a different border on these. The borders themselves are actually kind of drawings as well. I hope that, again, I look at these drawings in between as sort of places where you can try out things, where you can test colours, where you don't have this overwhelming. I mean, that is a big page. Like, there's a lot of colouring to be done here, and sometimes you just don't feel like it, so maybe you just want to complete that down here. And then there's a second set. So I have put a second set of all of the drawings that are in the book in here, so that you can try again. You can share the book with a friend, or you can have a different theme. Like maybe you have an idea of doing a drawing in daylight and one at night, or winter and summer. So there's lots of things you can do with the second drawing. And the reason why these second drawings are in the book, this is a trade thing. I'm not the only author who does this, but like it's 25 drawings is a lot of drawings, and there's a lot of fun to be had with these. And at the end of the day, if I give you a book that has 25 drawings plus what's around it, that probably would be enough, but it would make for a very thin book. Plus, you will get a book at exactly the same price, because when you print on Amazon, you have a minimum size of pages as a minimum amount of pages price, and you might as well max it out. Because it doesn't make any difference if I sell you a book that is half this thickness, it's going to cost you the same as this. So I might as well make use of it and fill it. So yeah. So if you are looking for more to colour, I also have an Etsy page, and Colour the Castle is also available in PDF bundles. So if you have a certain amount of, if you know that, okay, I really want to colour this again, but I don't want to do it on Amazon printed paper, I want to do it on, I don't know, a big fat card or something like that, then you can just buy the PDF, print it out on your own paper, and colour it there. And this link will take you to the Etsy shop. These are the other colouring books in my series. Again, QR codes to get you to the different Amazon pages. Now, they will link you to Amazon.com. Obviously, if you are in Australia or like me in Ireland, you might have to go to a different Amazon shop, but I'm sure you can figure that one out. Again, I thank you so much. If you share your videos, if you share your art, if you share, please let me know you're there, because I don't spend so much time on social media because I want to draw. I don't want to do social media. It's enough of a distraction in my spare time, but for work, if you do color in your drawings or one of my drawings, then I would really appreciate it if you tag me and tell me about it, because it's such a buzz to see other people coloring my illustrations. It's I can't really put it into words how much fun and what a good fuzzy warm feeling you get, what I get from seeing people add color to my drawings. It's really, really special. And obviously the last thing is, please review the book, because reviews are brilliant. They're really, really useful for me to basically it's such a nice thing for me to hear what people think about my books, even if you don't like something like that. Let's say the colored palette test pages. As I said, people didn't really, I don't know, it's not that I didn't like them, but I kind of took on board that they were just confusing, so I changed that. And I don't know that unless you let me know. So please review this book. There's just a little bit about me. That's a drawing of my back garden. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, sorry, the back of the book, I should have said that. The back of the book has features a few of the drawings from inside the book. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't bore you to death. And yeah, so please leave a message in the comments, and people say something about thumbs up. Well, as I said, I'm not a big YouTuber yet. I do appreciate you watch this, and thank you very much, and I hope to do another video soon and hope to have you watch it. Thank you very much. Bye.